What's up? What's poppin'? I go by Mo, and welcome to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys part 2 of my Netflix top 10 must watch series or shows for 2022 that you guys have to binge. So if you guys are trying to find out what my top 10 is, go ahead and start off by subscribing to your girl's channel, liking this video, drop a comment, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we get into this video, I do want to tell you that I do have another Netflix top 10 movies, my recommendations, that I think you guys should go check that video out if you have time to. I would appreciate it. So as I stated already, we're going to go ahead and get into the top 10, my top 10, let me just say that, Netflix shows that I think you guys should binge. I have something that goes from action to a little bit of thriller, a little bit of suspense. So I got something for a little bit of everybody, okay? And if you guys know the summer's coming up, school is about to be out for little ones. And like I always say, who doesn't love a good Netflix and chill, right? Alright, so this is in no particular order. However, it's going to be 10 shows. Most of these, if not all of these shows that I'm going to tell you guys, they do have more than one season. So you'll definitely be able to binge and enjoy these shows. Before you watch these shows, make sure you stop at whatever local grocery store you like to shop at, whether it's a Publix, a Walmart, or Aldi's, wherever you like to shop. Grab you some ice cream, get your popcorn, grab your glass of wine or your favorite pop, whatever it is that you like to enjoy and eat, because I guarantee you guys are gonna love each and every one of these shows. All right, so my first show that I'm gonna start off with is The Circle. The Circle is it has to be one of my favorite shows. I absolutely love this show. This show is actually a Netflix special, which means that it's made by Netflix creators or whatever. So it's about a show, it's kind of like a contestant show where people are in these separate rooms, and I'm not quite sure how many people, they kind of rotate, but there's people that they have in separate rooms, and everyone is communicating with each other via text. No one can see who you are, they can't physically hear you, they can't physically touch you, and you have a chance of winning $100,000. You have to actually be able to determine who is a catfish. So you have to see who's real, who's not real. Some people go in as them genuine selves. Some people go in as their parents, their best friends, celebrities. I mean, it's a really fun show, really fun. It just drags you into it, and I absolutely love it. Definitely check that out. Again, that's called The Circle. Number 2, this is going way left, but this is Ozark. Ozark has to be one of my favorite shows. I'm not quite sure if this is, I can't remember off the top of my head if this is a Netflix special or not. But Ozark is thebomb.com, okay? Now, I will say this, in the very first season, it did kind of like drag its feet a little bit, and it did take for me to hear more people talk about it for me to be like, okay, let me force myself to get to this first or second episode and really get into it. And I promise you, it kind of like sucked me in. Like quicksand, you know how quicksand, like when you start a quicksand, you just start falling in, you can't control it. That's what Ozark does to you. Like, it's, oh my gosh, it's basically about a family who moves to this whole other town to run a casino and basically do money laundering. So it's a whole lot of suspense, action. It's like so much in one little series. Like, it's multiple seasons. I believe it's on the 3rd or 4th season. It's a really good show, guys. I really can't even explain it to make you guys get it, but my word is just good as anything else, okay? Trust me, Ozark, you don't want to miss it. I love it. It's awesome. Now, number 3, Working Moms. Guys, Working Mom is like so funny. This is more for like the women, but you men, you can watch it if you want to, with your girl or by yourselves, whichever, whatever. I ain't judging. But Working Mom is a really good show. It's funny. It's real life. Like it's really shit. Like I promise you, it's like so good. It's basically about a group of women on their day-to-day life, like with their babies, their jobs, the husbands. It's kind of like a reality, but not a reality show at all. And it's really good. It's really relatable. Like I said, it's real life. But there's comedy in it. It's quirkiness in it. Like it's really good. It's really, really good. Love on a Spectrum. Now this has to be probably one of the cutest shows Netflix has made. This is actually a Netflix special as well. I think there is 2 seasons to this show. I'm not quite sure. I think there's 2. Love on a Spectrum is basically about people who have special differences about them that is searching for love, and they don't care about looks. They don't care about, you know what I'm saying, about your physical appearance. It's just genuine, pure love that they're looking for, like the authenticity, the realness in you. Like if they're able to build a connection with you, relate to you, and it's just so nice to see people look for something past what the eye attracts, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's good to see people that do have special differences about them that looking for love. Like who doesn't want love? Love is a beautiful thing, okay? Like love is such a beautiful thing. If you have it, love your person. Love your person. And if you don't have it, it's coming. If that's what your heart desires, it's coming. But yeah, that show again is called Love on a Spectrum. It's a really good show. It's it's cute. It's people day-to-day life. It's it's real stuff that people out there are dealing with. And I have kids that have differences about them as well, and I would too hope that they will hope to find a love that's just genuine, that's just pure love, outside of just what the physical eye admires, as well as my other kids that don't have any differences about them or any special challenges or anything like that. I feel like every person, if that's what their heart desires, then that's what they should get. All right, All American is number 5. If y'all have not been watching All American, what have y'all been watching? Like, I'm grown and everything, but these little teenager shows be lit, okay? All American is a really good show. It's basically about this one young man who basically wants to play football. Like that's his dream, that's his goal, and he's just trying to make a career for himself, for his brother, to get themselves out of the projects. So he moves in with his football coach to get a better life and play for a better school, to possibly get scholarships and stuff like that. And it just comes with all the teenage drama, high school drama, like gang violence and the challenges with schools and the neighborhoods that they live in. And then as far as the different diversities with these 2 separate schools that's on 2 separate sides of the towns, and the different stuff that they have to go through. And it's just really cool. And then making connections with each other, building relationships and stuff like that. And also dealing with real life stuff that teenagers have to deal with, like police brutality, racism, partying, at young ages and you know, sex, all of that. It's a good show. Now, number 6 is Lucifer. Now, Lucifer kind of had me a little bit of like, okay, where y'all going with this? And as much as you don't want to watch it, you just gotta watch it. So Lucifer is basically about a guy who is playing the devil himself and in human form, and he moves to Los Angeles to become a detective. But the person who he ended up being a detective with, he ends up falling for. So no one believes that he's actually Lucifer. Of course, everyone thinks he's just this crazy guy who's, you know, just doing all these weird things and so much different stuff is just happening or whatever. But yeah, so he has like his brother who comes up in human form. He's trying to save like his dad. Like, guys, they're really supposed to be mocking, you know, God and the devil and stuff like that or whatever. But if you don't take that stuff seriously and you just know that it's television and stuff is made for entertainment purposes, then you can enjoy the show. If you can look past that, it's a really funny show. It's comedy. It's not to be serious or anything like that. So if you have a sense of humor, this is a really funny show to watch. Number 7 falls under You. If you haven't watched You, I don't know, y'all. Like, you gotta watch it. You is so like, it's so intense. If you like stuff that's intense, then You was it. Like, that's the show to watch. So You is basically about this guy who has this obsession with this girl, and he comes off as like the quiet librarian type of person, and of course he gets close to the person who he has the obsession with, but what no one knows is that he's crazy. He crazy. It ain't no other way to put it but Joe crazy. Okay? So this falls under multiple seasons. I don't want to say too much without giving the show away, because listen, you are in for a ride with this show. I promise you. From the very beginning to the very ending, it's so many unexpected turns, so many you wouldn't even know what's coming next. Like, if you like to be on the edge of your seat and don't like to be able to predict what's coming next, You is definitely it. All right, so number 8 is also one of my favorites. This show is called Wentworth. I started watching this years ago, and to give you guys an idea, of course, I'm sure all of you have watched Orange is the New Black, right? Well, this is very similar to Orange is the New Black. I kind of feel like they kind of like mocked each other, but Orange is the New Black is more on the comedy side, and Wentworth is more like surreal version of Orange is the New Black. I'm not sure which show was made first, so which one mocked each other, but they mocked each other. So Wentworth is definitely like raunchy, surreal, or whatever. This show is basically about a lady who got imprisoned because of a situation with her husband and her child. So she went to prison and went to jail, and basically when she went to jail, shit got real. Like, it got real up in there. So it goes from, you know, being the new person, the new woman, to befriending all these different type of women, trying to find your place, trying to fit in, but not, you know what I'm saying, stand out too much to where you stand out a whole lot and pretty much running stuff. But stuff take a turn for the worse. You guys gotta watch Wentworth. I promise you, you're gonna like it. Now, number 9 is Money Heist. Money Heist is lit. Okay? Money Heist is lit. If you like action films, fast-paced films with a little bit of sequel to it, Money Heist is your show. So basically, it's about a group of people who basically try to, steal money, like what it sounds like or whatever. And the leader of the heist basically goes on a mission. Like, he's like so strategic to the point where he planned everything from the very beginning to the very end, and he's very detailed. He's so smart. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know how to really explain the freaking show or whatever. But Money Heist is lit. Like, it's a must watch if you like action films, if you like robbery films and suspense. Money Heist is the show. They pretty much take some people for ransom and try to get millions of dollars, and it's a bunch of kind of like little mind games going on. Like, it's so lit. Like, y'all, it's Money Heist. Y'all gotta watch that. All right, so the last one, last but not least, this is probably everyone's favorite. Everyone probably watched this at one point. Squid Games. Squid Games is so good, y'all. Squid Games is so good. Now, I know it probably sounds cliche. Everyone was talking about it. I just had to put this in there because I couldn't leave it out. Like, if we're going to do the top 10 of 2022, you definitely got to watch Squid Games. If you haven't watched it already, there's so many different videos on YouTube about it. People have made their own little collaborations, done their own little Squid Games or whatever the case may be. I've actually done a few shorts on it when I had my older channel. Like, Squid Games was definitely fun to watch. Basically, if you haven't watched it, so basically this show is about a guy who is living in poverty, and I think they're in China or one of them countries over there, and he's approached with an opportunity to make $1 million by playing a few games from when he was a child. So he thought he had this in the bag, right? So not did he have to compete against thousands, hundred thousands of players, but these games came with death sentences. Okay, so I don't want to give away too much if you haven't watched the game already or whatever, or watched the show already. But yeah, Squid Games was lit. So if you like movies that have like little games in there and that's suspenseful, Squid Games is it for you. So guys, those are my top 10 movies that's on Netflix from 2022. If y'all haven't already, those my top 10 shows on Netflix for 2022. If you haven't already checked these movies out, definitely go ahead and check them out. If you have, drop the name of the movie that you watch and put a heart comment in there and let me know if you guys watch this show, watch any of these shows or not. And if you haven't, let me know which ones you guys are interested in checking out, or if you already have on your to watch list. All right guys, so that's the end of this video. I do want to thank you for tuning in with your girl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for stopping by, watching. Before you leave, I do ask that you subscribe to my channel. For those of you who have already done so, I want to take the time out to tell you guys thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And y'all know that it's a Mo. Until the next video, guys, I'm going to catch you. Your girl Mo is out. Peace.